to solve this kind of inequations, the best techniques, okay, I found is just to follow these two processes. Okay, now look, step number one, okay, I'm gonna write this: x plus 2 is equal to -5, or x plus 2 is equal to 5 first, yeah, and just solve as like previous video. So I move this on this side, so I'm going to do x is equal to -5 minus 2, which is -7. Okay, so this plus 2 I move on this side, so that become x equal 5 minus 2. Okay, so which is 3. So that's what we got for x. But then because it's not equal, it's less than 5. So what do? We need to test it. So it's -7 here, 3 here, right? So we have to test. Now just want to show you, because the answer is either in this region, okay, or is going this region. Okay, so you got only two options. So you either, okay, in between, or greater than 3 or less than 3. Okay, so you got two options. So that's why we have to test it. Now I just substitute, because this substitute 0 in easier, because the number between -7 and 3 is 0 easier. You pick any numbers, it still give you the same answer. Okay, I mean to give you the answer, but I pick 0 easier because 0 plus 2 is 2. So I put in there. So 0 plus 2, okay, is absolute value is less than 5. So 2 is less than 5. So it's correct. The statement is correct, which means I picked the 0 is correct. So in this region. So your answer is in here. Okay, so your final answer, therefore, x is between 3 and -7. Okay, let's move on. Second one, number 2. Okay, let's x minus 4, okay, absolute value greater than 2. Okay, now step number 1, I write x minus 4, okay, is equal to -2, or x minus 4 is equal to 2. Then I move this on the side. X is equal to -2 plus 4 is 2. Okay, now then x equal to, I move this on the side, so it becomes 2 plus 4, which is 6, right? So we test it, okay, to find out which where x is. So which is 2 there, 6 here. Now I can pick any number, of course. So I'm gonna pick 0, easier again. Okay, you can pick here. Let's say instead of pick 0, I pick a number between this 2 and 6, right? So what number between 2 and 6 doesn't matter. I'll just pick randomly. I'll just pick 5. 5 still within here. Okay, so let's say x is 5, so that means 5 minus 4, absolute value greater than 2. See, so 5 minus 4 is 1, absolute value 1, give me 1, so it's greater than 2. Now is it true? That's right, it's not, because 1 cannot be greater than 2. So I pick here, so it's wrong. So therefore the answer will be this way and this way. So therefore, okay, your answer x is less than 2, or x is greater than 6. Okay, let's move on. Number 3. So let's go number 3, which is 2x minus 1, which is less than 7. Okay, so I make it, step number 1, I make it 2x minus 1 is equal to -7, or 2x minus 1 is equal to 7. Then I move -1 on this side, so that means 2x is equal to -1 minus, move on this side, becomes -7 plus 1 is -6. Okay, then I divide by 2, and I divide by 2, so x is equal to -3. This one, I move this on this side, that means 2x is equal to 7 plus 1 is 8. Then I divide by 2, so x is 4. Okay, so then we test it. So I put -3 here, 4 here. Then I pick a number. So I pick 0, easier, because 0 is between 3 and 4 here as well. So 2, lots of 0, minus 1, absolute value, which is less than 7. 0 times 2 is 0, so absolute value of -1 is 1. 1 less than 7 is correct. So therefore I pick the right region. So my answer is between this and this. Okay, so therefore, okay, I run out of space in here. So therefore, x is greater than -3 and less than 4. Alright, now let's move on next one. Let's say number 4. Let's say 3 minus x absolute value is less than 5, for instance. Okay, so I go 3 minus x is equal to 5, or 3 minus x is equal to -5. I move the 3 on this side, that become minus x is equal to 5 minus 3 is 2. Okay, then x must be equal to -2. Similarly, I move this side, so -x is equal to -5 minus 3, so -8. So x is equal to 8. Then I test it. Okay, so this is -2 here, 8 here. Alright, then I pick a number. Let's say pick 0. Okay, I love 0, you can see, because it's easier to substitute in. Okay, so I go 0, 3 minus 0, absolute value less than 5. Okay, so the answer is 3 is less than 5. So it's correct. So the statement is true. So that means I pick the right region. So that's the answer. So you got therefore, okay, x is between 8 and -2. Okay, next one. Now this is one way of doing the testing. Okay, of course there's another way, which is require graphing, because graphing would be, you will have to know how to graph absolute functions. Okay, so I'm gonna do one, but I'm gonna just only do one because some of you might not know how to graph it yet. Let's go. Let's do this one. Okay, so let's say number 5. So let's say 4x minus 3 absolute value less than or equal to 5. Okay, now 4x minus 3 is equal to -5, or 4x minus 3 is equal to 5. I move this minus 3 on this side, so 4x is equal to -2. Okay, and divide by 2, 4 divided by 4, so minus 2 over 4 is -1/2. Otherwise, just use your calculator. Okay, so you move this on this side, so that means 4x is equal to 8. Divide by 4 both sides, so x is 2. Okay, then that's what we found for x. So now I'm gonna have to do the testing like this. Okay, now, so what happened is, if this is -1/2, okay, this is 2. Okay, so what happened, I pick 0 in, so 0, if x is 0, because 0 between these as well, why don't I just pick one that's completely different from 0. I'm gonna pick one number here, somewhere after 2. Okay, so let's say I pick 5, so 5 somewhere here. Okay, along here somewhere. Correct, I pick 5. So 4 lots of 5, so 4 lots of 5 is 20, because I pick x is 5. Okay, so 5 times 4 is 20, minus 3 absolute value is less than equal to 5. Now that becomes 17. Correct, 17 less than or equal to 5. Now, is the statement true? No, that's right, it's not. So therefore I picked the wrong region, so therefore it's not here. so it's have to be in between. Okay, so if you're not sure, you can pick -5 on this side, and then it show you it's not correct. So the final products is, now because I equal sign as well, less than or equal, I have to fill up the bubble. So now my answer is x, okay, is less than or equal to 2, or greater than or equal to -1/2. Okay, that's your answer. Now I'm gonna do one, okay, same process, but instead of doing the testing, I graph it. Okay, so next time when you come across, you can do either way. Okay, so let's say this one here, 6. Okay, so let's go. Let's say 1 minus 3x absolute value is, let's say, greater equal to 7. Now step 1, I write this first, okay, is equal to -7, or okay, 1 minus 3x is equal to 7. Then I move the 1 on that side, of course, so minus 3x equal -7 minus 1, so it's -8. So x is equal to 3 equal to 8 divided by -3, of course. 3 equal to 8 is 2. Okay, 2 and 2/3. Remember 2, right? Then I move the 1 on this side, minus 3x is equal to 6. Then I divide by 3, so -3, so x is -2. So I'm not going to do testing, of course, I do graphing. Now, to graph it, okay, so this is up to, I'm going to graph absolute value of this. So I just quickly sketch in here. Okay, now, if you graph absolute value of 1 minus 3x, it's just like y equal 1 minus 3x absolute value. Yeah, then what you do, you just ignore the absolute value, so which is y equal 1 minus 3x. See, just find x and y intercept, right? So y intercept is 1. Okay, now x intercept is 1/3, because when y equals 0, you move on this side. See, look, when y equals 0, to find x intercept, 1 minus 3x equals 0. You move 3x on this side, 1 is 3x, so x is a third there somewhere. So you graph going down. I'm sorry, I missed it. Let's make it into 1. Okay, and then this one goes straight down, but then because absolute value, just break it up. That's all. Okay, and then next one is y equals 7. Okay, so y equals 7. I just wipe this off because I need a bit of space. So this is 1/3, don't forget. Okay, now y equals 7 is up there somewhere. See, y equals 7. And then the answer, the intercept are, x is 2 and 2/3. The intercept are -2. Can you see that? Now, if you look at this equation here, because the absolute functions is greater than 7, so therefore you want this above 7. So your answer is this one here. See, your answer is this one here. So therefore, it's the x is from this onward. Sorry, x is from this onward and from this onward, because it's the absolute functions above 7. Okay, so therefore your answer, x is less than or equal to -2, or x is greater or equal to 2 and 2/3. Okay, I'm gonna do one more, okay, which is graphing as well, so you can see how it works, and we find out, so you can actually see how it works, okay, with graphing instead of doing the testing, right? So let's go. So let's say 2x minus 1, okay, absolute value, okay, let's say less than, okay, less than 5, for instance. So step number 1, same rule apply, which is write this first. So 2x minus 1 equal to 5, or 2x minus 1 is equal to -5. You move the 1 on the side, so 2x is equal to 6. So x is equal to 3. So 2x is equal to -4. So x is -2, right? So then what I do, I draw a line this way. Oh, sorry, I keep forgetting. I have to do graphing, right? I'm gonna do both graph and test so you can see. I do graph first. So I'm gonna sketch this one first. Okay, so y equal absolute value. So just ignore the absolute value. So which is y equal to x minus 1. Look. Okay, now the y-intercept is -1 here somewhere. Okay, x-intercept is a half. Okay, so to a half here. Okay, so it's just y, x, and y-intercept. So your graph, it just go this way. See, it go like that. It go up here and then straight line. This is just break it up. Okay, so here, this is 1 here. Then 5 somewhere up there. Okay, sorry, I run out of space, so I just do like this roughly. Okay, so this is 5. These are the intersections. See, these are the intersections. 3, -2. And you want the absolute value less than 5. So these are in between are less than 5. See, these absolute, okay, these are less than 5, below 5. So therefore, okay, your final products is x, okay, less than 3 and greater than -2. That's your final answer. Okay, now let's do testing instead of graphing, right? See if it's correct. So let's do testing. Okay, so we know the answer already, which is you testing techniques to see if it's the same answer. So let's go. So because I already find x is 3, x is -2. So what I do, I go draw a line, and this is -2, this is 3 here. Now I pick a 0 in between, because it's between -3 and -2 and 3. I pick 0 easier. As I said earlier, you can pick any number you like, okay? But don't, don't pick -2 and 3, because it's just spot on, okay? So it's always pick between or less than or greater than, okay? Don't pick the number -2 and 3. So let's pick 0. So 0 times 2 is 0. So that means 0 minus 1, absolute value, less than 5. So 1 is less than 5. Is that correct? True. See? So that means I pick 0 is correct. So that means in this region. So therefore, x is equals 3, and then less than 3 and greater than -2. Okay? Thank you so much for watching my video.